It's 2015. FNAF 3 has just been released, capping off the Five Nights at Freddy's trilogy, which was one of the biggest indie games at the time. And people were sad to see it go, but it was over and it ended off really nicely, tying up all the lore pretty well. And then the year is 2015 again. FNAF 4 has just been released, and it has another good ending that, while it is incredibly confusing and still is to this day, I mean, it's called the final chapter. The series is over, and we can finally put it to rest. And then the year is 2016, and Sister Location just came out. And, I mean, this one wasn't said to be the end of the series, but it was the 5th game, 5 nights, 5 games. We kind of figured it was going to be the end. And then the year is 2018, and FNAF 6 comes out, and then Ultimate Custom Night comes out, and it's the end. And this time, it's basically confirmed to be the end. I mean, there's a little nice thank you message at the end saying thanks for playing. All the loose ends are tied up, except for that one. Everything is just perfectly wrapped up with a nice little bow. I mean, we even got our final novel. And then, yeah, we've had quite a few supposed endings for this franchise, and after 6 years of this, I'm beginning to wonder, and as are many other people, when is FNAF actually ending? I mean, don't get me wrong, this series is great, and I would be sad to see it go, just like I was all the times we have seen it go. The point is, it is really odd this series keeps coming back. I mean, one thing that I think we've learned about Scott through these past 6 years is that he's by no means a sellout. He's not just making these games to make more games. I think that's been pretty well established by now, and I'm not accusing him of anything like that. But it's really odd that these games are still going after many supposed endings, and I'm beginning to wonder just why this is. Now, before we continue the video, I'd like to let all you guys know, okay, you know what I'm gonna say. Lots of my viewers aren't subscribed, so, subscribe or something. Like the video, I guess, it helps out or something. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to say these things, it's in the contract. Let's just get back to the video, whatever. Usually, when a series just kind of continues and continues, it's a sign that there isn't exactly a roadmap for the story either, but I don't think that's it either. I think Scott does have a pretty good idea of where he wants the story to go. He said on many occasions that he has some really good plans for the story, and I mean, the Fazbear Fright series was made entirely to solve loose ends, while the new games have been made to pick up new lore, so clearly he has some sort of a plan. What I think the reason is that the series has just been going and going is that I think he just keeps having good ideas. Like, look at it this way. Look at it from Scott's point of view. You've made these games, you've come up with a good ending, but then you get another good idea and you're like, hey, that's a good idea. I should do that too. And so, you make another game and you keep doing that. I think he just keeps having ideas, and he just wants to keep going with them. One thing I've always kind of wondered about Scott is, do you think he's scared to try making another series? I mean, again, look at it from Scott's point of view. This may not seem related right now, but bear with me here. He's made a bunch of FNAF games, and they've all been relatively popular. Then look at FNAF World, the one that was pretty different. I mean, it was an entirely different genre of game. Sure, it featured the same characters, but it was very different in basically every way. And it failed. And also all of his games before FNAF failed. The only ones that have been successful are his FNAF games. I'm beginning to wonder if he's afraid to make other types of games. I mean, he knows how supportive the community is, I don't doubt that. But still, I find it hard to believe that there isn't at least a bit of fear there that if he tried to come up with a completely new game, it wouldn't be as well accepted. When I sent a letter to Scott a couple months ago, I'll link the video somewhere. Description, maybe. I asked him if he was going to make any other games after FNAF. He sent me back the same default answer. It looks like he sends every fan mail and some merch, but he didn't really answer the question, and it still stands. I wonder if he'd be up for making a different game. I think the whole reason he continues FNAF is because he has good ideas, but he doesn't want to risk trying to use that on new games. Which, obviously, this is all just me hypothesizing. But as this series goes on, I'm beginning to wonder if it's actually the case. Again, I'd want to emphasize that FNAF is great. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But I'd love to see what else he could do if he tried to create something new, an entirely new world. I mean, think about that. New characters, a whole new world that he could flesh out. It's really cool to see what he's done with this world and how much it's expanded since the first game. I'd love to see him do it with some other game as well. I just wanted to make this video to kind of throw my thoughts out there and see what you guys think. So, let me know. And in the meantime, I guess that's really all I have to say. I feel like there should be more to talk about. This has been a pretty short video. But, I don't know. I just want to talk. See what you guys think about this. And in the meantime, thank you for watching once again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.